Hello everybody, welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, broadcasting the Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup 2022. We got brackets round 3 for you today. It's greycorvid versus SirLinkalot, game 1. Commentating for us is Chad Burt and Scoopula, and tracking for us is Lady Laura Linda. I think I said tracking twice there. Commentating for us is Chad Burt and Scoopula, and tracking is Lady Laura Linda. Say hello everybody.
Good evening.
Good hello. So, as was said, this is the first race of the round of 16 between SirLinkalot and greycorvid. How they got here is SirLinkalot went 6-0 in Group AA, and then has faced off against Zafakel and then beat Mike Hanakopi. greycorvid also came from Group AA and faced off against and beat Mystic in round 1 and went 2-1 over Homewrecker in round 2. That was a big one there. So, interesting fact is they were both in the same group, and SirLinkalot went 2-0 in the groups. However, I do know that SirLinkalot that greycorvid has had a better finish over SirLinkalot in a race that they shared together. So, this will be an interesting one. How are you doing there, Scoopula?
I'm doing pretty good, Jabber. So here's the thing: we have tournament key sanity today, meaning key sanity normal, not inverted, GT key in GT, and CT smalls in CT. That being said, I don't know. I'm sure here at round 3, everybody's had a pretty good look at most of the modes, but I don't know what their other head-to-heads were mode-wise. Sometimes keys favor a runner more than another, but I guess that's the fun of it. We're going to see what happens here today.
That is correct. We have many different possible modes in here, and I did not have a chance to go look up what mode they faced each other off in the past, so we'll see.
Yep. Race room's saying about 20 seconds, so somewhere in there, we're going to get going and see what they do.
So, Scoopula, how do you like to start off the race? Do you like to do the Uncle route? Do you like to go directly to start heading towards Kakariko?
In keys is I kind of pick different things because I don't do a lot of it, and I haven't really figured it out for myself yet. I'm not a big reader, kind of a doer. But, if I can get at least a 20 in the house or Sank, cool.
Which it looks like we did in Sank. So we got a big 50 there. Well, meanwhile, greycorvid is over doing the Uncle route, so we're going to see both right away. And we get a bomb drop off the guards. That'll be good. That'll be very helpful for routing in CAC.
Yeah, I don't think I'm brave enough to do Uncle route, but whenever bombs show up, that's good, because you can do a nice chunk of escape, if not all of it, right now.
Alright, we're going to get a look at the bush crab, and it's useless. Meanwhile, we do have a bottle on the Uncle, so that's going to help the Kakariko. That puts a little bit of bonus there in the Uncle route, as well as the bomb.
SirLinkalot checking Aghanim's tree. It is, in fact, Aghanim's tree. I have it on good authority. Just 10 arrows today. You don't normally check this without boots. However, in Key Sanity, when checks just plain old go up in general, it's not a bad idea to get it out of the way.
Yeah, with the keys all in the general pool, it does tend to have a higher chance of having something useful there.
So we have most of our bottle vendor money between the 20 and the 50 here. So, that's nice. That's why I like it. And a whole heart container and another one here in the Lost Forest. Hearts, it's the Forest of Love.
We're going to have a good, nice high heart start here. And Courage Pope in the chat. I'm pretty sure that is the Bob Ross sprite. And it is Mifa on SirLinkalot's.
So I do this thing, it's funny. There's Bob Ross sprites, so I'll run a Bob Ross stream and no audio sometimes if I'm playing real late or something. Just be chill. Just throw one of those up in the corner.
So it looks like SirLinkalot is going to go into the well without any bombs. Let's see if he finds one in here. A flute, though. That's a very good find.
Yep, never anything wrong with the flute in Kakariko. Just turn it on.
And the lamp, we're not going to have any dark rooms. None today.
Yeah, there's a lot of bombs in the pool, but it does get harder to find whenever you're playing Kusanity here, so that's going to be a revisit to the well at some point for SirLinkalot.
Yeah, I imagine he's going to run down to the back of the tavern, check that, and then go buy bombs, and then head back up, because he did not do the blinds hideout.
See, now greycorvid is headed down there with 1, and as such, I'm going to hope that he chooses to do blind sell, because when you go down there with a bomb, that's the one that's longer to get in and out of, so maybe there's something down there to take care of the rest of it. That would be nice.
Or he could just do that.
Well, yeah.
He knows that the guards are in the bomb drop pack, so smart play there.
It makes sense. I must have missed that. I guess I knew the tree had some. Guess I was doing something else at the time. But yeah, I mean, it's easy to forget you can do stuff like that. Or the bush warriors, as it were.
Alright, we're about to see what we have in Blind's hideout. Just some money. A useless compass. Another compass. And some more money. At least he'll get up to the 100 rupees needed for the bottle merchant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice and clean route to 100 on that. SirLinkalot did spend some money for bombs. Did he get into the bottle vendor? I don't know.
No, he went right by. He doesn't have the money yet for it.
Yeah, so after this, we'll be close, but I don't think quite there yet.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to wait on it because he has the flute already, so it just makes sense to come back when he gets the bottle.
I love seeing all the runners are afraid of that chest because the lid stops your bomb. That's the way I like to... I don't know how it actually works, but once it's open, you can't throw a bomb through it.
Yeah, I always start from the side. If I throw it to the side, it blows the thing open, and you don't risk dropping it on yourself.
Yeah, I'm tempted to find out if you just wait a second and don't mash it. Just as long as the bomb clears the lid, you're good. Pretty reliable. Hey, check it out.
Oh, that's big. The boots on the bottle merchant. Hopefully, SirLinkalot gets that sooner rather than later, but he should get enough rupees here, so I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, that's gonna... Okay. Let's say, even without that chest of 5 in there, and even with it, that's a close call. So when he sees this, he can be like wiping some sweat off the brow, because you do not want to leave those alone, and you know your opponent does not.
We just stole the compass from the sick kid there. Now he's not going to be able to find his way out of the forest. Oh, actually, we're going to go right back because we just got the bottle. So I imagine he'll go down, check what's on the maze, and then flute right back.
Yeah. Even without a flute, not a bad run back up, but this is the cack you want, and the cack we all deserve.
This is definitely a bit of a stacker eco. And unfortunately, greycorvid has to go back, drop down back into the well to get money so he could buy... so that he could buy bombs, but not knowing that there's a good bee and a bottle on top of that library.
Yeah, that's a nice nice little stipend for SirLinkalot there. You find that bee, you can just turn it right back in.
So SirLinkalot's heading north now. Did he not do the Lost Woods? No, he did Lost Woods already.
Bonk Rocks. Yeah, Bonk Rocks.
Yes, that makes sense.
I guess pretty even from save and quit at that point.
Yeah, I would have done the save and quit, but I haven't timed it, so...
Hey, look, bombs.
I'll even. There are those bombs we were looking for earlier.
You get early boots, you can expect to have to deal with some rudeness.
And SirLinkalot fluting to Link's house and walking in the door. That's not something you see every day.
Just gotta take home the groceries, you know?
Yep. He's gonna do the Agina's Cave check here. And then probably go just start working his way using the flute through the South Shore.
So this is a blind race from greycorvid. Fair. You don't get a whole ton of progression. So you just do it, but not just a piece of heart. And there's some gloves.
That's some good progression there. See, now he could have done the save and quit to his house.
And we'll see how long it takes greycorvid to get those gloves. That spot can get left. I mean, it's less likely with a flute, but it does happen.
Yeah, hopefully he goes there before he goes to the Eastern Palace or something like that. So SirLinkalot is now going to check the back of escape here. We have a big key to desert and Bombos. There's a lot of very nice items early on here.
A couple less things to worry about later. No way in there just yet.
This is another good use of the good bee. Makes this significantly easier.
Yeah, this is. I like to hang on to one for a little while, especially if I don't have a lamp, right? If you end up in a dark room like the one in Eastern, it's nice.
Oh!
Wow, okay.
So I really hope that greycorvid goes to Agina's Cave before he goes and flutes to the mountain. Because that will save him. Otherwise, this is going to save SirLinkalot a lot of time on the mountain.
Yeah, as of right now, since that's Mitts, the only thing it opens is Kingston. But once that Moon Pearl shows up, all bets are off. So.
Yeah, there's the... I'm thinking that the Moon Pearl's probably going to be somewhere on the light dark or Death Mountain there. So
yeah, more than likely.
Or we just get everything else that we need for Dark World access.
Oh, hammer and ice rod.
Yep, we had the hammer and ice rod, and we have greycorvid going to the mountain. SirLinkalot is making the right play and getting his hammer out of Ice Cave, while greycorvid's over here rescuing the old man. Very, very slowly. Just think happy trees, happy trees.
Just put a few right there. Put a few over there, wherever you want them. Doesn't matter.
I did not check. I missed it if SirLinkalot is set up a water walk or not. Looks like he did. Alright, so let's see what's in the waterfall here. We have our first sword.
Swords can take a while sometime. The hammer is not bad in a pinch, but swords are nice. Free green refill is nice.
And sword makes all the dashing around much safer.
Yeah, for sure. That's a fire rod up there.
Ooh.
Now, I think there's maybe a way to get at that with the red boomerang. Not easy.
You are able to do the ancilla deletion with the red boomerang. I'm not familiar with how you do with that one. I'm very good with like bombs, the bow, or the Cane of Samaria, but not just the boomerang and bombs.
Yeah, I know it's tough because one of those is whenever it hits a wall, and there's a mirror up in Paradox. So stuff's coming along, moving around the world here pretty quick. But probably what I'd do is actually take time to go back and do the water walk storage because that's the one I know works for me. But gonna forego it for the moment.
Yeah, you don't need the fire red just yet, but that is definitely something you can do if you find Dark World access and you're like, I want to go be able to go to Skull Woods in one try.
Mm-hmm.
Set that up.
Yeah, and the lamp in hand is going to make this. It's just going to cut us a break with that whole thing because we're headed to Hera.
Yeah, this is probably the play I would have made after picking up the mirror. He doesn't have the big key, but he has the universal key, as you will, to Hera with the hook shot.
I mean, I guess you could argue too. Maybe you don't want the lamp in case the basement comes up as a thing and you don't want to do it. But...
Well, they already have the lamp. They just don't have the fire rod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just saying you can do the basement with the lamp. It's just sometimes you want an excuse not to.
That's very fair.
So what you see greycorvid trying here is a hook speed / spin speed, whatever you want to do. Super speed Herapot. And it's basically after his approximate position in front of the door there, 8 frames down and right into the pot. And there it is. Turn left, go up, and you're in.
Yeah, and the hook speed or spin speed method is the faster of the two methods, the other one being the bomb setup, but the bomb setup is much easier to make very consistent.
There's both items, so Hera's not going to do us any good besides whatever mold one drops.
That is correct. We have not received any maps. We do not know which are pendants, which are crystals. They haven't even been to Sahasrara yet to get us green pendant information. Yes.
There's Moldorm getting spicy, hanging out on the left. You'll love to see it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Our trackers reminding us this is key sanity, so item count does not matter.
Oh, yeah, whoops. Thank you.
Yeah, as we said, there are 5 different modes, and that would be correct for 3 of them. Just a swag net on Moldorm, but we do have a crystal. So first crystal is done at 1550.
So I guess you work backwards. You see if you got the map and compass, and at this point I don't actually know. So either way, greycorvid's skipping whatever's left for now. I mean the big key. Did I get a big key? No, not yet.
Nope, not yet at this point. He does have the big key to Skull Woods, and that is it. Looks like SirLinkalot's going to follow right behind greycorvid and do the exact same Hera play. That's a very big find by greycorvid. The Swamp Palace small key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely one you like to have in your pocket as soon as you can.
Yeah, he can actually, once he gets that sword, he will be very set. I guess he could do it without that, but he has everything he needs to go and beat that except the Boom Pearl. Still need that. So at this point, it's 17 minutes in the seed. You haven't found the Moon Pearl, but you've been all over Death Mountain, South Route, Kakariko. Do you make the eastern play? Or do you go to the castle?
Yeah, they're both pretty thick. Yeah, I mean, this is fine here, especially when you have a glove. You can do the back, you can do front. And maybe if you're lucky, a map is... no, it doesn't matter. Everything's shuffled, so I guess you're probably doing Dark Cross anyway. There's all these modes, and I keep conflating them, as you see.
Ooh, an interesting thing is they have the Big Key Desert, and you do not need the Moon Pearl to backdoor into that. So that's one possibility. So SirLinkalot has tied up the crystal count at 1, and we're going to see where he's about to head off to. I think we just got a peek of the magic powder on the floating island.
A little bit of information, better than nothing. Green Pen and Ice Palace today. And we got that Bombos. And I guess Fire Rod access-ish.
You could technically do that with the Moon Pearl, but you will not find it there.
Yeah, we got the stuff for ice, so makes you think.
We do. I would not do it at this because you would be doing it with just hammer and fighter sword. That would not be fun. In fact, the one race I've had against SirLinkalot, I had boss shuffle and fighter sword only, hammerless, cold stare, and desert palace.
Yeah, ice and TR, a couple of those things you see come up in inverted a lot, even if it's a partial dip. Yeah, it's fun. It's a bunch of fun. SirLinkalot over here doing Super Bunny. Just fall down a hole, and you can open chests. So he's going to be able to get the 2 in here. It's going to take a little bit, but...
Does get these out of the way. Meanwhile, greycorvid's choosing to stay within logic and is digging Eastern Palace.
Yeah, it's nice when you can get these when you're in the area. I was going to say Hookshot Cave, or did that happen already?
You can't do hookshot because you can't get the state you need to pull the rock.
Right. Okay, so there's that for now. Flippers just showed up in Eastern, by the way. I think you were going to say that. And we got a quick map on here. I want to say that was Pen to Power, maybe. It was blue.
Let's see.
Whatever it is.
Hit by too quickly for me.
Yeah, whatever it is, greycorvid did not.
Yeah, the map was in Super Bunny Cave, so he will get the information much later. So SirLinkalot's doing that play that I was mentioning, which looks like he's going to the desert. Backdooring to that, he could choose to use the mirror to be able to get the items in the Meyer shed.
Yeah, after that last one, I figured maybe this is next because we have the tools for that too, and we see a quick entry there, so don't know if we need in there or not, but there it is. And we have quick. When we get quick, I missed that.
Yeah, I don't know when that one came. There's just been a lot of items, and what I found in these key sanity settings is you either tend to get a lot of keys early or a lot of items early, and it looks like we're getting mostly items. As he picks up a turtle rock key.
Yeah, keys are trickling in here.
Oh, our tracker's mentioning that it was in Paradox Cave.
See, now here's another one. Like I said, there's going to be mitts for greycorvid headed toward Agena right now. But SirLinkalot has the desert small, whereas greycorvid does not yet. So see when he makes that trip in here.
And in case you missed it, SirLinkalot found the moon pearl on the Torch Desert.
Oh, toasty.
That is a spicy location for moon pearl, when the required way of entry is through the dark room.
It's basically checkerboard.
That is true.
And a thief small.
greycorvid's right behind, so he's not going to last location that moon pearl, which is great. I think SirLinkalot's going to go take on Land Melissa here. Makes sense. You're already here. You have the tools. It's not the most fun fight, but you got him.
greycorvid had a little moment there, if you saw, without flipper. Well, you're bunny, so you really don't have flippers anyway. You fall into the water, you can get a little stuck there. I had to take a deboost to get out. Didn't kill him, luckily. So there's your checkerboard, it's done.
Now we wait for this wall to slowly shift across the screen.
Yeah, it's I don't know, 8 to 10, something like that. Not like Meyer. I mean, Meyer's 16, Pod's 16.
It's definitely less bad than that. SirLinkalot's putting out a pretty good masterclass here of Hammer Land Mollusk, which is not one of my strong suits, I'll admit.
Yeah, what I'm seeing here, this is something I'm trying to pick up. You keep your back to the wall as much as you can. That way, you know, Lamlo comes at you, you take a whack, and you don't recoil as far. So it's not bad.
It lets you get 2 to 3 hits in per, I don't know, pop out.
There's the thing we wanted about a minute ago.
And there's the ice rod, so there was no ice rod hunt today. And nor will there be Castle Tower small hunt, because the Castle Tower keys are going to be located in Castle Tower, and the GT big key will be located in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, and I want to say with hammer in hand and the tree having arrows, I'm pretty sure Aga's well into the grave at this point.
So at this point, the runners have Dark World access pretty much everywhere. Where do you go first?
Well, that's a small and a big for Thieves' Town, so that's kind of what I'm saying. Hammer in hand, that's a full clear.
Yeah, I'd probably go and pick up the, if I was SirLinkalot and I already have the Fire Rod knowledge, I would probably go pick that up first. Do Thieves' Town into Skull Woods.
Yeah, grabbing that fire rod makes pretty good sense. greycorvid's opting for hype, and to be honest, I don't know, do you remember they both saw that fire rod?
I do not believe greycorvid has seen it yet.
Okay.
Meanwhile, SirLinkalot's doing something completely different than I expected. It is going to the Dark Death Mountain. Probably to scout out what the medallion is needed for Turtle Rock.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how to rate hype caves and key sanity. Really? I mean,
there were a couple of keys. One of them was Skull, which is, I didn't quite catch the other one.
Serviceable caves?
I'd say 2 keys out of 10.
Yeah, so there's your knowledge for TR, Bombos. Still don't know what's in there. but you might. This is just me. If you're a runner, I think you're lucky here if you get locked out with that first chest not having much of anything. But
they don't have the cane yet,
oh
so
yeah,
he's probably just going ahead and opening it because he figures he'll have to be back there later on in the scene.
Yeah, I just plain didn't look. I just, no fire rod is the only thing I noticed there. Oops. And that's usually when it shows up right here, but
We have greycorvid doing the swamp play, since this is almost full clearable. Let's see, does he have the swamp palace big? He does not have that, so one chest will be left behind guaranteed. And maybe left side swamp as well.
yeah, I mean, when you have a choice between this and Thieves Town, I don't know that there's a clear advantage to one or the other, really.
Yeah, finishing Thieves Town is very slow. This has a lot. I think this is a little bit denser. You can get the checks done a little bit faster, but then you have to decide on if you're doing left side swamp or not. That takes a lot of extra time.
Yeah, I mean, I would, but early like this, it's a tough call.
At this stage of the tournament, you got to make some choices on what skips you want to make in order to advance. So, see what happens.
So here comes the Skullwoods dip. Still no fire rod in hand. No flippers either, so SirLinkalot, I don't know, either knows about ways to get to it or wants to bother right now, but Master Sword's nice.
Oh, SirLinkalot does not have the flippers yet, so he's making this play, hoping he can find the flippers, probably. That makes sense. I agree, the sword is very nice. Go ahead.
No, I feel like at his rating, he probably knows about like double water walk and stuff, but then again, I've done it on stream, and then cons are like, wait, what? So he may not, but some like we said, some nice stuff showing up. It's not too bad to get in and out of.
Meanwhile, we have greycorvid is doing the bomb method for diver down. That's one I've not yet learned, but does save a good 15 to 20 seconds of time to do that.
Yeah, if you know the other one, and it took me a while to, because I did King first, and there's our last medallion, so I'd say we wouldn't have dungeon entry questions if we didn't already answer them. But if you line your shadow up, bottom of your shadow 1 pixel above the outline on the floor, as long as it's somewhere near the stairs and you do the same, you splash in, splash out, it tends to work. So if anybody's on the fence, haven't tried it yet, and want to give that a go, go ahead.
I will have to try that out. Thank you. So it looks like greycorvid did do left side swamp, and I don't remember anything of note, which sounds about right.
Nothing great. Heart container, I believe. We see a map there on Bumper Ledge. No way we're coming back for that. Even if we had a cape, I don't think we get it. It's funny because I did that once and it was just Hyrule Castle, so.
SirLinkalot just found the shield in Graveyard Ledge and correctly left it behind. Got high roll small out of swamp there.
Yeah, which logicalizes the front as I'm told, but I don't think anybody did that yet either, did they?
No, they haven't done the front.
So maybe that's one of those little pointers, like, hey, maybe check this out before it gets too late, type thing.
You could definitely direct them there, but they have... SirLinkalot at least has these down, ready to go. I would do that first. The Village of Outcast.
Yeah, that's fair. Even without necessarily knowing prizes, when you have dungeons to clear, you probably might as well just do it.
Especially in Key Sanity. You're gonna do more pendants than normal, so
All that extra
full clear any dungeon you can.
Extra stuff in there. So greycorvid wants to get 2 here and do a spin. A little bit of gaps needing tightened up here to get the 2. But sometimes you can be happy with 1. As long as you're staying out of the menu, I think you're good.
Yeah, these puffballs for Fighter's Sword require the spin in order to damage them, and it takes 2 hits. So if you can pull 2, it saves a lot of time, but it is hard to do. The other option is with the hammer, you can do the menu boss and make it a JRPG style fight.
The only thing is, since we know where the ice rod is and greycorvid does not have it, that makes phase 2 real nice, but it will have to be a hammer to get. Or spins.
Yep, it is. We do not have anything to speed this fight up, or this final phase of the boss up. So, just have to do this. Sit there, wait, move, spin.
That's a squid on a platter for greycorvid, and wow. Alright.
The big key is on the boss in this dungeon.
I don't know how to feel about that.
That is rude. That is rude.
Yeah, that happens enough in regular modes. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. SirLinkalot, in fact, getting stuck with a shield, pending a visit to some hungry picket.
Well, I guess he could have gone ahead and picked up that shielded graveyard ledge.
Yeah, when they're all freestanding, it's nice, but it's rare.
By the way, if you like what you see, be sure to give the runners a quick follow, as well as my co-com Scupula. You could follow me as well. I do mostly just stream races. And also, big, huge shout out to our tracker, Lady Laura Linda, for helping us keep us honest and at least somewhat correct in this broadcast.
Yep. And like most randomizer streams, it's a true fact. You can't do it without tracker. You can get by without comms, but we need them, so for sure. Thank you. Piece of heart from Argus's drop, so that just kind of seals the deal on Swamp for sure. And having that big key, having that big weight off your chest for Thieves Town as well, turns up with, well, not the big key, the hammer and the small key, turns up just 1 penny.
That's definitely a bit of a womp. But they are completing dungeons, even if Swamp was not a crystal. It's out of the way and done. You don't have to worry about it. And greycorvid did go through it the fastest way it was possible this scene anyways.
That would be a bow in the dirt for greycorvid. So now we're talking Eastern Pod and Thieves. There's a quick check. Saw 5-6 on Meyer. Did not catch ice.
Here we have 2 smalls for Pod. We do not have the big key for either Pod or Eastern, but with 2 smalls you can clear out a lot of checks in Pod.
Okay, so from chat pointing out here, we have all the pendant knowledge. So we have, by elimination, all the crystal knowledge minus the 5 6s, and greycorvid picked up the one of them. And now I'm trying to think if we've seen any kind of pause menus. I'm sure we have. At least from greycorvid and swamp to know if hair is blue or red, but
ZeldaSpeedRuns has gotten his bow as well, and he is heading somewhere.
the runners are staying pretty close here, all said. And SirLinkalot with 330 wants some money. Is tired of putting off Zora, especially knowing where that fire rod is. So, unless he goes to Eastern first, he might see all the fancy tricks to get in there.
Yeah, I think he's, with the bow, he's decided he can do the instant deletion, and will be doing that to get the item. That said, that particular spot to do instant deletion is the hardest one in the game, at least for me.
Yeah, it seems like you gotta go pretty fast, and then a couple other conditions have to be met too, but it'll also make more sense to do it this way whenever we have access to catfish, so you can just do that and then mirror over. If you're doing like a water walk, that's not an option.
And if you're curious what the runners are doing here for the hammer pegs, they are doing a trick that's called an item dash to knock down all the pegs. If you hit the dash button and the item button at the same time, you'll dash with that item activated. This is a trick that only works in the Japanese 1.0 version.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly how it's spelled out, because you can have all that and do that, but if you don't have a sword, you still bonk. I think you knock down to one peg, maybe not.
Nope, you just bonk straight up. You do not knock down a peg at all.
Yeah, and then it kind of shows you having a yellow fighter sword for a minute. It's just all weird, you know.
I missed what the Smiths gave us.
Nothing I batted an eye at. I want to say piece of heart, but if I'm wrong, it's for sure it's nothing good. Oh, pot smoke. Okay, well.
That's actually very useful. And this is going to be another pod smoke. Now it's Screaming Pod.
Yeah, you only need 4 to full clear with trickies, but yeah, I tend to I'm real good at forgetting about, oh yeah, we need keys today. So I'm like, hammer, bow, okay, we're good, but
I agree, Jailer. Pod. That said, I think SirLinkalot can do the instant deletion and would be probably a little bit better off delaying it just a little bit by getting that fire rod and completing Skullwoods, now that we know that it is a crystal.
yeah, I don't know if I would like right there going in the bushes. That's something I used to do, because it's like a circle, you're supposed to do it, but I kind of got away from that. But no, I don't know. It's like, this is a choice here. I might have gone north and left the purple chest for now, especially with no book to finish this out. And then that way you can do all that, get your fire rod, get your catfish, etc., etc. But
I think SirLinkalot did this way because he'd already done the graveyard ledge, and the King's Tomb is easy to get from just a save and quit.
yeah, in fact, I see Stumpy there and totally thought he had it done. I guess that was greycorvid. So yeah, I do a lot of that too. Lose track of who does what.
Alright, we're going to return the lunchbox to the old man in a very slow way. There is a trick you can do if you leave the chest in the dark world under the screen. You can come in, and as long as you mirror right next to him, he will still give you the item. It allows you to dash through the rest of the dark world.
Yeah, something about the follower not being cleared until, like, I don't know if it's the end of the iframes or what.
That sounds about right, but I don't know the inner
something
working
like that.
details. That was some good hook usage there. I've been trying to do that with hooking all those doors, but I've never had good luck with that.
Yeah, RNG dictates a little bit when those Zazacs get in the way or not.
So greycorvid's going to go and do his blind script. If you're unaware, this fight is very scripted. If you do the same exact actions, then blind will do the exact same things every time. And so it's very easy to get the first 3 hits right there, and then you stand on the right, do a hit there, and there. And then third phase is where you might get a little bit lost, but
Yeah,
it's
always managed to take a hit on the third phase there, but nonetheless, down with the blind, bombs in hand, crystal in hand. For greycorvid, that would be number 2, 3 dungeons.
So that closes the gap a bit because, because SirLinkalot has completed Desert, whereas it looks like greycorvid got the Moon Pearl out and then left, deciding to go back later. Probably when he's not doing Hammer Landless, which is not the easiest. It's not the hardest, but it's definitely... It doesn't hurt to come back with the flute. You don't really lose any time, so that makes sense. With that sword upgrade, you can think about it now.
Yeah, no uncle from SirLinkalot yet. I guess I didn't catch that. But there's that. Red bottle could come in handy. Clear the rest of the front out, I'm sure.
The cape was located in the big chest of Skullwoods, and SirLinkalot is now going through the castle, starting with the Dark Rooms. Dark Cross, rather. So that didn't have progression for greycorvid, but I bet it's got safeties and armor, so it's not unwelcome. This is definitely a room I do not enjoy doing without Fire Rod.
Mm-hmm. At least an ice rod will hold them there. And if you're lucky, and you might be able to keep the hand from coming down.
Oh no! Oh, this is the worst.
Yeah.
That's when you feel very bad. And then he gets ether after all of that trouble, which would have been very nice to have before all of that trouble. Do you prefer bombos or ether when you're dealing with enemies that can be killed by either?
Well, ether's faster. There's some that freeze, and then there's ones that just puff up when they're done. But yeah, ether's faster. So if I need it, I usually will go to it.
Yep, I definitely prefer ether whenever I can. Even sometimes when some of the enemies freeze, but some of them explode. So
that front of escape, I didn't catch anything good in there. This is going to be... SirLinkalot is not going north just yet, still. Possibly doesn't want to touch the fire rod until the flippers, just for logic's sake. I'm just throwing out a guess.
It could be. I am a bit surprised, but yeah. Well, if he does this route, he will be rewarded with the flippers.
Yeah. Dunking into pod first, but sooner or later, yeah.
I think most of the time you would go into the pod first with the item density there and having several keys to get in. Ooh, tempered, that's got a huge upgrade there.
Yeah, I think that was greycorvid's first sword.
So which sword did
Yeah,
SirLinkalot find that
I'm
greycorvid
not actually sure, to be honest, because I did think they both got that one.
Oh, we did have something in Escape. The pod big key was there, so you definitely make this play now.
Now here's greycorvid, who does not know about the fire rod doing catfish, and is missing money, but more than likely he's going to check that ledge and see it. And for all we know, Zora doesn't have much. The other fish has... we don't know.
Fetch quest for probably junk.
So it's like your last big key or something. Okay, there it is. Yeah, there's your answer to the sword.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Was it here or not? But yes, apparently it was.
Yeah, and Lady Linda was on that anyway, so...
So SirLinkalot now has his flippers, and will be very happy that after pod he can go grab that fire rod. And not Orphan Zora in the meantime.
And there's a fire rod, so... back to Skull, maybe?
That's probably what I would do. And if you missed what happened in the skeleton room there with SirLinkalot, the skeletons that are in that room will appear in a plus grid based on where you are. So if you stand in the spot to trigger them, where one of them's in the wall up north and one of them's on the pot in the middle of the room, you'll only spawn 2.
So, no pattern hand for greycorvid is going to get this mushroom out of the way, because it's not something you really want to spend a lot of time thinking about. Why I said no powders, because sometimes you can save this and do magic bat with a mushroom, but he's not going to be too concerned about it.
He probably has the knowledge of where the powder is, since it was visible on floating islands.
Yeah, that's right. I was trying to think of it.
That said, that's one of the visible items that I tend to forget to check when I'm on the mountain. Because I'm like, oh, all these items here in Paradox. Oh, and then I need to go over to Hera. Just completely forget it. Memory hole it.
And depending where the rest of the pod smells are, might not need that one on Magic Bat either. So.
More fetch. So right side, the Bowlock side of pod doesn't have anything unless something's on shuffle spot. Get a useless map. Meanwhile, greycorvid is going to beat Mothula now. So yeah, this is what the trick you have to do with pod if you only have 4 of the keys. So you have to keep doing the Bowlock side repeatedly if you want to get every check. I tend to just open the front door and just orphan 1. I might do a death warp back to the front, save, and check the one in the front if I feel like, and then do a hard reset if there was nothing there, and get the key back so I can go back when I go to, say, Eastern or something.
So Moth does indeed hold a crystal. 5-6 apparently.
So that means the 2 red crystals are Mothula as well as... Is that ice? No, it's not ice. That's Misery Mire. Okay.
Yep. So might be a little while. We still need that cane. Could be in there. It's always the best.
Yeah, things being located in their vanilla dungeons is the worst.
I had a real good run of that for a while with the cane specifically, so to the point where I just was doing it and getting rewarded. So it's fun while it lasted.
Yeah, one of my last races in this tournament, I had a hook shot on left side swamp.
Just astounding.
Mwah. Yes. So one of the ways to speed up that kind of routing you could do, and to save a keys if you do the hammer up there, you can hammer up across, get all the items, and then walk out and continue up this side. But I'm not familiar with what tricks SirLinkalot knows.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's not one of them. With 4 keys in hand, something is going to get left behind when you open the door leading to the dark maze. So.
And if you play a lot casually and you have the faster menu speeds, it is a bit of adjustment to go from those speeds, menu speeds, to the normal race speed of very slow.
Yeah, so at the very least, if you do this, if you leave something in here, make it in the front, so if you need to come back, it's not too bad.
That is true, but if my understanding of the key logic is if you have 4 keys, then the big key chest is in logic.
I will let you handle that. Okay. I know nothing.
Whereas I know that you need 6 keys to get to the dark maze, as well as the boss. And you may need... I'm unaware if you need 5 or 6 to get to the Harmless Hellway. If anybody in chat knows, let me know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It does. I agree, Lynn the Cat. It hurts. It's a big brainer.
Like, I don't even know it in regular mode. Although I think it might be worse in regular modes and keys. Maybe it's not as bad, but I don't know. I just race. I go. Do stuff wrong, I say go faster. Doesn't always work. Wish it would. I tell myself that.
Yeah, yes, the pod big key as well as the dark maze is 6, and I think the boss is 6. Harmless Hellway maybe 6, but I think the other one is 4.
So here's a land mode for greycorvid with the fire rod in hand. No half magic, you miss a few, you're going to have to resort to a spin here. But a real nice path from the last worm and down goes land mode for the other rod.
That was a very, very nice last land molar there. Mine are not usually that nice. That is a good question. How long will the Grey Corvid go without checking front of escape? It's key sanity, so I don't imagine it won't be forever. But may still be a little while since he has the bow. He has 3 pod smalls. Also has a lot of access to mire. It's a good question. Hopefully sooner than later, but it may be another 15 minutes.
And a standard crystal in SirLinkalot's hand here now for number 4. Didn't see what the item was. The helmet dropped. I didn't see anything change either, so nothing much good, I assume.
Alright, so we have a clarification in chat from W. Garrison that everything I had was right except the big key chest is also 6 key locked. So, basically, and then I think it's the back that's only 4 at that time point. So the Harmless Hellway is 6, Dark Maze is 6, Big Chest is 6, and the boss is 6. And the big key chest is 6.
Oh, yeah, I see a yellow protrusion from SirLinkalot's sprite there, so yeah, that's a gold sword from Helma. And Grey Corvid is going to go ahead in the mire without the cane and see what happens. So take note of this one.
Well, he also doesn't have the big key, so it makes sense that he's going just for the 6 items and getting out.
Should be fun if they were both in here, huh? But in terms of things to look for, here's SirLinkalot doing this northeastern area as well. Difference is Zora will be able to get checked. SirLinkalot does. Yeah.
Oh, he's. Oh no! You already did it. Well, okay.
They just wanted nothing to do with that, and I honestly can't blame him. But then you're like, well, you know what? Gosh darn it, I better pick it up. Yeah, feels bad, mushroom.
Yep. That was definitely not a good feeling.
Yeah, whenever he finds the $20 later, it's gonna get worse. But that's random.
The mushroom we already saw on Grey Corvid's side. It was just a red rupee.
Here's the 500 deduction. What is this? Okay, so not the end of the world on that one. Probably.
Yeah. I think that's his 4th GT. Nope, 2nd. All right, so that was actually kind of required.
Yeah, I think it's just 2 he can get away with most of the time.
Yep.
Just, I haven't seen a seed where, somebody hasn't found at least 2 of them. So, oh, and see that?
Oh my goodness.
There's one.
If this cutscene chest is the Meyer big, this is a big brain play.
Yeah,
that would not be hair. It'd be just brain. On the sprite.
Yeah. That I don't know. The cane's bad enough. But if a key shows up, I would just stand still for a while and just try to process life. But yeah, that's gonna open up most of Turtle Rock. Big key somewhere.
Yeah, we have 3 keys, so we can get all the way through Laser Bridge. He does get red mail for that trouble. That's something.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't need it at this point, but, yeah.
Yeah, you have a mirror. You don't worry about death warps. It's better than a piece of art, I guess.
Unless you really want the health refill on a fourth piece of heart. But yeah. And he's making the smart play to skip going the long way and just use the key. And well, there's that piece of heart you were talking about.
Yeah. So that's it for now. Can't say it feels great, at least to me, finding the cane and still not being able to finish Mire, but that's where we're at.
Well, if you go into Mire with missing 2 things needed, then you're going to feel good about it.
Yeah, and then if TR, where he's headed, has the Mire big, as was discussed here, you know you had a double dip it, so that's... you're going to be okay.
Oh, thank you, Chad, for correcting. The TR big was there, so this is a almost full clearable TR, and with if you skip the lava chest, you definitely do this play. 100% agree.
Yeah, I mean, I know I mentioned a few minutes ago about, before greycorvid went into Mire, about checking that out without the cane, since I've had it happen. A lot of us have had it happen, but definitely getting to the point where it's something to consider, even for SirLinkalot, I think.
Yeah. SirLinkalot takes down the moth for another crystal. That makes 5. Yes, 5 crystals on his side, compared to 4 on greycorvid's. But I think greycorvid has the good knowledge of having that cane of smart.
Yeah, this is whatever gap there happens to be right now in the runners is going to widen the longer I think SirLinkalot takes to get into Mire. I'm just going to check the shovel now. Just a compass. There's the other cane for greycorvid, and key I didn't catch it. Some small key.
I think he actually has 4 TR keys, so he can full clear this dungeon entirely.
Yeah. Yeah, you walk in with 4, he hasn't used any yet, so this is good shape for greycorvid for sure.
Meanwhile, it looks like SirLinkalot's going to do the feels bad swamp dive. That was very close there with the chain chomps. Alright, meanwhile, let's see what is here on the lava chest. And we get a map to some knowledge we already had.
Yeah. Over an hour, you start seeing these maps after you already figured it out. So you just kind of accept it and move on. Lava chest doesn't feel good, but you're not going to leave it either.
I hope for SirLinkalot's sake he skips left side swamp and decides to skip the big chest. But in case sanity, I don't know if you do.
And this was another thing too I want to mention. So I wasn't really paying much attention to Swamp because as much stuff's in here, you know, greycorvid did it. It made pretty good sense, right? 10, 11 items, whatever it is. The fact that there's nothing in here to drop dependent, that was not so good. So I was going to say, you know, that feels bad until you find out your opponent went through it too. And I was wondering if SirLinkalot was going to be able to avoid this, but looks like not to be the case.
I mean, from the standpoint of the runners, it makes perfect sense to do this because you have there are a lot of chests here in Swamp. It's actually one of my favorite places to dive because it's just so dense, but it's barren today.
Yeah. You, probably as a racer here, you expect the other racer to do it, but if you find all your stuff before you go in here, well, then that's when you don't need to go. But, you know, in key sanity, those odds go down, the odds of that happening. So, you know, it was a possibility, and SirLinkalot did put it off for a while.
And he did decide to do left side, which don't blame him at all. It's just going to cost him some time. Meanwhile, we have Laser Bridge coming up. Oh, we get some silvers there in the first chest. Second chest, we have a key to Hera. You don't want that. Nope. Give it back. Put it back.
Well, you're in the right area, I guess, if you want to go check it. But
Oh, he gets bodied by the lasers.
if you're going to go to Hera, you hope the big key shows up so you can get that chest on the way.
Yeah, you don't go for just the one. You wait for both. So how do you do the laser skips there for yourself?
Yeah, you know what? I can't do the boots since there's other people I talk to who can't do it without the boots. I just park myself right on the edge and edge around with timing. That's all I do.
Yeah, the boots one is definitely a lot easier. You just scoot down to right where the lasers are going to start firing, then you just run, immediately start dashing, and then hit up as soon as you pass the wall. You're good. Boostless is a lot harder. You have to watch the eye blinking, as Alice Soon in chat told me before.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that because the only thing I do know is that only the very front of the beam has a hitbox. So you can walk right into the back and be fine. I don't know. I guess it's just one of those things that, you know, easier for some people and not others. Kind of like the parapet with the hook speed. Most people I talk to can't do it. Or you know, buffer it or something like that. But
yeah, I love to play cross keys, so when you play cross keys, you have to get good at the laser skips, because it's in logic as soon as you find it, and you find it with 3 hearts, no weapons or anything, you're just like, ah. You have to do it.
Yeah, just a real quick aside on the top, SMZ3 is actually not in logic there unless you have a mirror shield or some sort of cane or cape, but I don't pay attention to logic, like I said before, so I just do things. But that's the down Trinix. That is crystal number 5. Yeah, 5 for greycorvid, and here comes the rest of the mountain. See how far he goes with this.
Yep, SirLinkalot gets the double bad news of Pendant, Swamp, and the big key being on the boss after he's already done left side. Oof.
So, a question, chat from Kamir. Cane and Burning and Cape both have an upfront magic cost. I want to say it's more, only because you freeze while you're activating it. I'm not actually sure the full breakdown, but While it's running, it uses less, but it's more to activate this.
Yeah, I am surprised that neither runner has gone to Ice Palace yet. Especially, well, I guess greycorvid just went straight to Turtle Rock, which is full clearable, so it makes sense. And then the next play would be Ice. A lot of runners tend to like to wait until they can do Icebreaker with the Canis Maria.
Yeah, so here's a powder that, because of the tossed mushroom, greycorvid is going to have to, I guess, check at some point. I was going to say, barring this, they're neck and neck here in Ice Palace, because that would be, I think, even the next play for greycorvid. Or pod.
It is so satisfying running across that bridge with Tempered Sword or higher and just plowing right through those Lionels. Except for the times when you have Master Sword or less and you forget that you can't do that and you die horribly.
Yeah, and greycorvid doesn't, in fact, still need that pod key. It's just seems to be dungeon oriented, so I was just kind of wondering if that's going to be on the plate here. I guess Spike Cave didn't turn up anything. So I didn't hear anything. I didn't see it either.
But SirLinkalot has decided to do the caneless. Every one of us has done that. The caneless dive of Ice Palace.
Yeah, seems like any which way you play this, you're looking at something less than pleasant, I guess. Less than optimal. Nice double Stalfos bomb there, regardless. But greycorvid is, in fact, headed to pod with the density, which is going to necessitate a double dip. Maybe. Unless he finds everything he needs for you. Well, no, you're going to need it to get through the dungeon. Never mind.
Yep, this is going to be a required double dip. This is going to give time back to SirLinkalot, allow him to potentially catch up and find that cane. I blinked and missed the Ice Palace bomb jump there. Saying how quickly he did it. It was successful.
Yeah. And from this route, I missed it as well, but it looks like there's a small key in the Pengator room up top, which is always nice. When you don't, well, it's always nice when you don't have a cane.
Ice never feels nice without the cane.
Positive thing. Coming from the last person who knows how to do it.
Well, we got a free GT Small there, which makes the 500 rupee one not necessary.
As we cross the 75-minute mark, just want to give a shout out and good luck to Alazun IRL in the chat. Hopefully he finds something tasty to eat tonight. That's the other thing going on here in ZSR. It can be a bit of a thinker.
Yep, I'm always a last minute figuring out what to eat person. Definitely food talk time.
Yeah.
But that said, it is about an hour and 15 minutes. We should probably give a bit of a recap.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, it's key sanity. It's a bit harder to do that. But I could say that we have...
We had early mitts. We know that.
Yeah, Stack Rico was in fact in play this time. A bunch of items were located there. The flute, mitts were very early. Had an early first sword. We had to wait a bit for the other two that we found so far. We had early hammer, early boots, and then the first real difficulty was finding the moon pearl on the torch and Desert Palace, which required the mitts, the flute, and the mirror to get into and get. And SirLinkalot takes down Cold Stare perfectly. That was a masterclass there.
Yeah, Butter Sword, they hardly have a chance to escape from you. But that's the green pendant in hand. Which I guess is another thing that makes the pod play here from greycorvid perfectly reasonable. But is definitely either has to be or should be thinking about the front of escape, because Sphere 1 is not good to leave alone. I mean, I guess maybe not quite Sphere 1 with the whole key logic thing, but front of escape gets you more often than it doesn't.
Yeah, we are still on the lookout for Eastern Palace Big Key. Neither runner has found that. greycorvid does need to go to front of escape to get the pod Big Key. SirLinkalot needs to go to Meyer to get the Canis Mari, and I think we still are on the lookout for the Meyer Big Key.
Yeah, and this is the Meyer play for SirLinkalot. What I would imagine is a complete lack of other things to do, or virtually so. And then, sure enough, off to escape for greycorvid. So turns out we got us a racer.
Yep, and SirLinkalot's doing the thing he needs to do, so we'll have parity soon. At least item parity.
Yeah, that Meyer Big is still a wild card. Nothing in TR regarding it, and I don't know. I have this bad feeling about Hera right now, but that's just me.
Yep, greycorvid now has his big key and is probably cursing quite a bit. At least I would be.
Yeah, I mean, that's one for me. That's one of those you look at the clock type things. You check your mode again, and like, well, not too bad. I mean, well, we can ask later, but probably would defend the pod play. I would.
We have people in chat complaining about routing in Meyer with keys. They are correct, though, because the best route is to go in and go left, not start going right.
Yeah, that's one of those. I know it in keys, right? But I'll get halfway up to the right, open the door, and right then I'll be like, oh yeah. But then I'm already there, so oops.
That said, they still can't optimize this route because there's no big key.
There's greycorvid's 10 Zelda sticks. Off the Dark Cross, which pretty sure was nothing. But then what? Is my question. What's next? Back to
I have
pod,
a feeling.
I guess.
Yeah, back to pod, but then it'll probably go to ice, which will be a second crystal dungeon that's just fairly barren.
Yeah, pendant, but makes sense. I'm just, what's left between these two runners at this point?
Yes, so as Chad is saying, the best route here, if you're coming in with key sanity or cross keys and you have a small key already, is to go left to the firelock side, get the key there. You can go out and check at that point one in the lobby, or you can go and do the top fire locked first, and then cutscene if you still need items, and then wrap around to the right side and go through the big chests and up entirely and then to the boss. If you can do all that. So thanks SirLinkalot with that big key to TR, and you basically got the TR package here. It's going to go there next.
Yeah, greycorvid will be looking for, the big key to this place. SirLinkalot's going to have to do what he's going to have to do. So, yeah, I mean, the sensible stuff is pretty well spelled out for at least the next 15 minutes, but somebody's going to have to do something spicy, I think, for that Meyer key.
Yes, we are looking at Meyer Big for Go. Do we have the GT Big? Yes, we do. So,
yeah, we do.
Meyer Big for Go.
Eastern?
Nope, Eastern is a pendant. So.
Yeah, never mind.
And we've cleared everything but the big chest and the boss. Oh, that's right. GT Big is in GT. That's right. I even wrote down that note, and I've done this mode.
Yeah, it's...
But yeah.
Well, see, I'm looking at the trackers. One of them's marked, and like, well, when I do it, sometimes I mark it ahead of time just because we have it, right?
Yep, that would make sense to me.
I do know our lovely viewers here at ZSR has a big thing right in front of them that says where the GT key is, so they won't forget.
So I see some speculation on some bad places that the Meyer Big could be. Pet. You know what would be bad? First chest of Agate Tower.
Yeah, so that's going to be a small key. That I do know.
Oh, that's right. There are small keys there. So speaking of that stuff, so it's not going to be there.
This gets everybody in this tournament involved, no matter what you're doing. It's hard to keep track of 5 modes and all these key rules. But something like PED, which would mean that Eastern Big going to have to be outside GT. How about Herod Basement to Herod Big Key to Eastern Big Key to Meyer Big Key? Sorry.
Where have we not checked? We've not found the books. We haven't done the book checks. As was mentioned, can't be in Agate Tower. To be fair, I'm a little bit better about that when I'm actually racing it, but...
Well, as long as nobody forgets what's on a tree and does that and gets her 10 errors. Or whatever it is.
That would be even worse than doing that swap.
I mean, it probably won't happen. I've seen it happen only whenever, something else gets mismarked or whatever, and you start grasping at straws, but you don't want to see that.
So we've seen Spike. We've seen all of Death Mountain.
Yeah, pretty much.
We've not seen the Turtle... Oh, we've not seen Tower of Herod Basement.
Yeah. That's all I can think of between the runners. But yeah, greycorvid has not done ice, and now's the chance to be spicy.
Yeah, I think in greycorvid's shoes, the ice play is by far the densest.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. There's some people that might try something like Herod Basement, but I mean, you can lose a race over a checkpoint, you can win it. So.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's gonna likely be Hera.
I don't know what I would have done here, really. I mean, after all these one-offs and the fetches and all that, and none of them paid out, you tell yourself it's overdue and rando isn't rando, but rando is rando, so some people are just better disciplined than I.
Yeah, if you're feeling behind, you might do the where's the worst place it could be thing, which would be here at basement. But if you're not feeling behind, or at least feeling like you got a good chance, if you just keep going, you're going to do the density play, which is what they're both doing. That was an excellent icebreaker there on greycorvid's side.
It's one of those things real nice. Once you get something down that works for you, you do it in 3-4 steps or whatever your method is, and
I'm not the fastest at it, but I got a good setup to just do it and usually get it within 10-15 seconds. So not the fastest, but at least consistent. And I find that consistency is key. Like there might be faster methods for some of the tricks, but if you're consistent and at least fast enough,
yeah, you
stick with it.
You don't want to get spicy on yourself and spend 3 minutes on something.
So Linkalot has now gotten his big key to Hera. I think the small key was on Laser Bridge, right?
Yeah, because greycorvid did walk out of there with both. So I thought maybe he might have done it then. You know, it was a thought, but there was a lot to do at that point.
Yeah, if you're doing proximity routing, it would make sense to do it then, but it's still a cutscene, a coffee break. It's just so long that makes sense.
Yeah, it feels long because you sit there. It's not actually that long, but you add the getting into and out of. I mean, even if we have a mirror, which we do, but I was going to say, you know, SirLinkalot doing TR now, that's probably going to make up at least a few seconds from what greycorvid's going to have to do to get back up there.
Yeah, we'll be able to 0 1 cycle Trinex here with the gold sword. Definitely save a few seconds. That said, gold doesn't save that much time in general over tempered. He has a very good one-cycle fight. Meanwhile, greycorvid drops down to face Cold Stare, my nemesis.
The worst thing for me in Cold Stare is well, something like this where you got all this stuff and you figure you're good, and then something just goes wrong on you.
Well, in my case, my one race against SirLinkalot, which had the Cold Stare in desert low percent mode, took me an hour to beat Cold Stare there. I'm a lot better now than I was then, but that was the worst seed I've ever raced.
Yeah, some of these will stick with you. Anywho, there's simultaneous dungeon prizes for SirLinkalot and greycorvid. And SirLinkalot is going directly to Myra with his keys and lack of anything else to do. So it's definitely safest to say that SirLinkalot has a decent advantage at this point, and I guess I did not catch it. greycorvid had not done our camper friend yet.
So SirLinkalot's making the play that's likely going to result in progression. Hopefully, well, we'll see what it is. If it's going to be the Eastern Big Key, or the Book, or the Meyer Big Key.
Yeah. Fortunately for greycorvid, unfortunately, whatever this is, you know, it's the same chain that it's down. Okay, well, pod, down we go. Yeah, they're gonna have to follow the same chain, however long it happens to be now.
So we believe that the Hera basement is going to contain progression. It's going to either be Eastern Big, Book, or the Meyer Big. Meyer Big is what is needed for Go mode.
You know, I didn't even see SirLinkalot Saha turning out being half magic, which is nice. I mean, not nicer an hour earlier, but...
Well, I think greycorvid checked the big key chests. Or was it? No, it wasn't greycorvid. It was Linkalot's already checked the big key chests. Or did he not? No, he skipped that one.
Well, here,
right.
Here?
No, in Pod.
Ew. Ooh.
Oh! Okay. That one hurts.
Well... So did either one of them do Pod Big?
I think they both skipped that same chest in Pod.
Okay, because greycorvid had to go back. I figured there's no way. Why would you triple dip? You know, I mean, not that he's trying to, but I tuned out. I guess I didn't see he did not check it. So, okay, Gray did do it. Says Chad. Well, then I'm thoroughly lost.
Yeah, what was there then? They don't.
Well, wherever it is, I guess they're going.
Okay, Allison is confirming that Great did not do it. Now I think we're all lost. Oh yes, lost. Pirate is lost. It's the most lost.
Yeah, well, it is 1:45 here on the East Coast. CSR, we're all destined to be lost. SirLinkalot is probably getting to being on the right track.
Yeah, I think so.
greycorvid is pyramid? Didn't do
Green
pyramid
pendant
yet.
turn in. Green pendant turn in for either?
Yeah, that was half magic. They're good.
Okay.
But, yeah. Almost neck and neck, actually. Now, what's greycorvid gonna do with that mirror?
Apparently bonk on the ramparts there.
I mean, we got a good one here if he at least follows SirLinkalot into Pod and skips on Hera. But...
Alright, moment of truth.
Okay.
It's gotta be it. It's big key to Meyer. That is go mode at 135.35.
Yeah, and now greycorvid is wanting to get all this, bad stuff done here, the powder, which, wasn't done with the mushroom and all that, so...
I think it's a little early to say that's game. We'll see if greycorvid goes to Pod very, very soon, it's still a race.
Yeah. If you see here, I have to say, with all this equipment, which I guess we kind of have to have since we've done everything. GG, but yeah, greycorvid has to go Pod right now.
Moment of truth, he's fluting. 2, 3.
For what? Something else I missed, I guess.
Skullwood's big, maybe? I don't know if he's done the big chest there. Nope. Where are you going, greycorvid? What did you skip here? Oh, he's not... Oh, no. He's not checked the big chest here. Oh, this is bad.
Didn't have a small key at the time, I'm guessing.
Yeah, must not have.
Well, you're picking your dungeon big chest now, and
Yeah, I think the pod one is still better though. Yeah, you have to travel to the dungeon, which will take longer. But the chest is right inside the door.
Yeah, so in a roundabout way, I guess with greycorvid making this choice, I guess you can say it's skipped TT big and key sanity, causing an issue. Which I only say because, you know, you most of the time can get away with it, especially in key sanity, but yeah, well, as long as stuff is on your plate, on your tracker, on your mind, it just becomes one more potential out for your opponent, I guess.
Yeah, and according to his tracker, he has 4 checks left. It's this one, the pod, big key chest, and the 2 checks in Harrow.
Yeah, I'm really morbidly enjoying the contents of these chests in these checks, because if greycorvid goes to Harrow now and finds a single arrow, I don't know what he's going to do. Okay, he's going to pod. Get the single piece of money, a single arrow up, and it's like really, come on now.
All right, so he's going to be a Meyer boss behind, but that's not an insurmountable lead. But it will take some bad luck on SirLinkalot's side.
The GT basement's up to 5 minutes, GT top's 5 minutes, so
yeah, if some GT routing differences can make up some of that, some climb execution can, but probably will require a couple of more dome falls or gain and fall.
Moldorm is a good thought. I mean, Moldorm does not care who you are or what you have, that's for sure.
Yep, Moldorm will take down top tier runners in the main tournament, as well as everybody in this tournament. Go enjoy that pizza, Allison.
GG's, you're the real winner here. Oh, so for the rest of you, or wait, yeah, we're still doing it. GT key 1 to 22. Where's it at? Do you have the thing?
Yeah, I always choose 12, so that's going to be mine. I know JLo in chat likes to pick the torch.
17. Try and be nice to greycorvid here.
So we're going to see what kind of routing choice SirLinkalot does. I like to do the hope to full left route myself.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is I go hope. If there's a key, I go right. If not, I go left, usually. But none so far. That's 3.
Well, they came in with keys, so it's a bit weird in this mode because the GT Big has to be here. But you already come in with all the smalls, so...
True.
It's different than what I'm used to. And there it is! So SirLinkalot's now going to start his climb up GT. And
so that was a... He did do hoping, right? That's a 4. Or,
Yep, that would be 4.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't get a lot in there. That's okay.
We did before we put up the bot. There was Tsunami Dusher with a 3.
Lady Laura
That is the closest.
Yeah, Lady Laura Linda, you put your finger over that. Finger over that one, and you'll be alright. So, and then that's Crystal 7 here for greycorvid as SirLinkalot is making his way up the gauntlet. And yeah, it's like you said, some stuff's going to have to happen. And we'll see. This is all part of it.
Rando is going to rando at times, so...
Yeah, even the parts that are samey, it got some RNG to it, so...
Alright, looks like SirLinkalot's going to do the quick kill with the silver arrows. That was a very weird sprite glitch there.
Too much stuff, so it just starts blinking them, I guess, so it can display them all, at least in some capacity.
And coming up to the favorite, at least most people's favorite rooms in all of GT, where you just showcase the Canis Amari and kill these whiz ropes real quick. And then think back of all the people doing the Z1R tournament and fearing all of the whiz ropes.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, all of Z1R for me is like the worst room in this game.
Oh, I'm no better.
Starting up the vanilla game, I get 3 screens away, and I died. I don't even know what, and I was like, well, that was fun.
SirLinkalot skipping all these chests because there's nothing to be gained by opening them.
Yep,
Does remember to grab that magic after almost forgetting.
I was going to ask, oh yeah, we had the other bow a long time ago, that's right.
Yeah, we have all the swords, all the armor, all the bows. The only thing you could get would be your riot shield, but even that doesn't help you at all.
Like a potion bottle, like, you know, red mail is defective, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to need more than the 2 bottles we already have, or 3 bottles we already have. How many hearts is this? Many.
17. See what Aga2 wants to do. Aga2 is playing right angles, at least for an opener. That's a triple setup if we don't blue ball, but SirLinkalot handling it pretty nicely, all the same. Yeah, gets the last one, so 3 doubles. Down goes Aga2. Bring on the Ganon.
2-2-2 is very nice there. Very good Aga fight. I tend to get all of the worst ones where all the Agas are in all the corners.
Yeah. At least they're the same for both runners here. Do you knock before coming into somebody's house? Well, he kind of broke his own door down. So.
Yep.
I mean, I guess it's the door. There's no other door. But there's
It's a roof door.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a GT big for greycorvid. There's nothing but Ganon standing between SirLinkalot and the Triforce. Yeah, I think he's gonna have to take at least 2 falls here, but weirder things have happened. And that said, are more likely to happen when you have Master Sword and no silvers.
We've now entered the 4th phase, but this is going to be very quick with silvers. Gets a nice double there. It's going to need 1. Oh, that was 4th, so get your GGs out in chat for SirLinkalot, who will go up 1-0 on the series, best of 3. It's going to be 2 more. 1 or 2 more.
Yep. And entering an official race time.gg time of 1:47:21. I forgot. Yeah, GG's. I don't know, anything under 2 hours for me is pretty good key time. And considering everything that got done, I'd say it's pretty efficient.
Yeah, I see that SirLinkalot is in the waiting room, so I'm not sure if we just drag them in or...
Yeah, and since we're on a 10-minute delay, they're actually both here. I was going to say we can talk to them at the same time, either now or later or whatever.
Okay. Sounds good.
Because, you know, usually when a dot done happens, you see the other person forfeit if they're going to, but greycorvid's going to finish this out, and rightfully so. This is a good fight.
It's still a very good time. Like, well under 2 hours for key sanity.
J-Lo, they're in agreement in chat. Not just keys, but full clearing, which is almost something going to reserve for AD. But we did it here and did it efficiently enough to get about 15 minutes under 2 hours.
Yep, they beat all the dungeons except for Eastern and Aga. So... And did a good job with not having to double dip too many dungeons. Ignoring the triple dip of Pod there by greycorvid. But, all in all, very fast seed for key sanity given where everything was located.
So yeah, just a couple more screen transitions of formality here for greycorvid. We'll take some time to regroup, talk to them, see if they have a schedule set up for Game 2 yet. Pray to Moldorm to be nice. We've had enough of you, you know?
Yep, he was pretty nice to SirLinkalot, so let's see what happens here. Good /1. Oh yeah. Very good.
Here, I'll turn around and show you my weak spot. Open the chest, yeah, there, thank you. Very good.
We do get a validated seed on greycorvid's side. Thank you very much.
It is a 20 in vanilla. You know what, you do enough of this, you just forget some stuff. Like, I see a map in there more than anything.
This is the setup I get. With them all in the corners.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. greycorvid only does get the one there, and then the one there, and nothing. You know, either way, Aga's time on this planet is limited.
This is a good position, yeah. 2-1-1-2. Broken heart sleeps again forever. So Ped did not have anything but a piece of heart. greycorvid is now dropping down into the Ganon fight.
Yep. Only thing outstanding in this book could be on Armos, could be anywhere in GT really. Probably GT.
Yeah, I would guess it'd be GT. This was the big key to Eastern. Oh, accidentally hook-shots the torch.
That was a roller coaster. Hey, no. Oh, hey, we're good.
Red mail is still fine. This is a very low warp Ganon 2 in Phase 3. We're already on to Phase 4. Sets up the nice double spot and triple.
It's a triple, yeah. Nice fight, GG's. greycorvid, get him in there.
He's across the most dangerous 3-tile bridge in all of Hyrule. And we are joined in the chat by our runners. GG's.
GG.
GG.
So, you saw some game here today, looks like.
Oh, Meyerbeek. Good lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a rude spot for the Meyerbeek.
Mm-hmm. Very rude spot, because I only have 4 keys when I ran into pod. I was like, I'll just spend one on the front. There's always a small pod, right?
Yeah. With enough tricks, you can get all that stuff. But and I kind of was flipping back and forth as cons will do, right? And at the time we were, well, after Hera, we're like, because even chat was convinced it was in Hera. I'll tell you that, so it's not even our fault.
Right.
You find a single arrow in there around the time greycorvid finds a single rupee in the big chest of TT, which was skipped by the reason of small key. So I was like, praying he didn't go to Hera next, because I mean,
yeah,
I don't know what that would do to you.
I didn't want to do another mountain climb, honestly. That's why I put it off.
But
Do not blame me one bit.
We thought somebody did pod big for a while, and we were like, oh, wait a minute. So that was a trip. But that said, I think you both handled it pretty well with the collection rates, I'm sure, that are about to show up. Just a couple things broke SirLinkalot's way here today. It's just game 1.
Yes, it's game 1, yeah.
Yep. So, you don't know what you're going to get next. Could be McBoss, could be keys, could be not keys. You don't have that, you talk about that yet at all?
No, I'd like at least 1 inverted keys. I've had 12 matches with no inverted keys the entire time.
I think there's at least 100 people that just screamed.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing
odds are it will be inverted keys, because odds were it should have been inverted keys tonight, but that's not what Sahabot said. So
no.
How many cards did you have for this thing?
I
think it was 2 for this. It was 4 for inverted keys.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, 4 for inverted keys, 2 for tournament keys, 1 for McBoss, 1 for hard, and 0 for Ambrosia.
Whatever the reason is, I was going to say, I've seen a lot of people across all the different Discords complaining about the fact, complaining or rejoicing, your pick, as to who has never seen this mode in however many races, because people left at this point have played a lot right now, like a lot, and there are still a handful of people who haven't seen some, so apparently you're with them, but I mean,
I guess.
They look at the overall stats and it's even, but apparently that doesn't apply to individuals.
Yeah, then on the individual side, it can definitely be weighted towards 3 of them. I didn't see a hard mode until second round of the brackets,
right?
Which is good for me because that's my least favorite. But yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of... inverted keys is the one I've done the least. I've only had 1 inverted keys, and that was one of my first races in group stage, and I haven't seen it yet since, so it's been 9-10 races or so since I've seen it now.
I don't think it exists, honestly. I think it's just all a fabrication.
Well, I can assure you I've had 5 of them.
That's where your inverted keys are. He's taking them all. So.
Yeah,
yes,
you're taking
them. I actually love the inverted mode, so yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you. I like it. Keys always mess me up, but I do like inverted, so, here's hoping, I guess. But yeah, a lot of seeds, you like to, talk about the flow as you go through, but once you get to a certain CR, it's like, we're trying to think what happened in the early game. We know there were 2 mitts early, 2 bows. Other than that, it was like, it's keys, I guess. The Moon Pearl was a fun one, I guess.
Yeah, what did y'all think about the Moon Pearl?
Yeah, well, as soon as I got mitts, I'm thinking checkerboard immediately. I got mitts now. I'm just running out. Go checkerboard. No. Okay, fine. Go to desert. Oh, there it is. Wait, now I can go to Mire. Oh, right. I can go to Mire Shed. Did that and then went on my way. I wanted to put off Ice Palace because I knew it was a pendant, even though I knew it was green because I'd already just full cleared Swamp, which was a pendant. So I was like, I don't want to dive 2 right now. So
and it took SirLinkalot like another 40 minutes to get there, and we were wondering if it was going to happen. But I mean, it's Swamp. It's hard to go through the keys without doing it. But just a whole bunch of nothing. That big key in the best place, and just piece hard after that. So.
Especially because like I got the Swamp Small fairly early too, so that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I got this. Mm-hmm. I think
we had everything.
Progression's leading me right now because I'm just like, I've got everything. There's got to be something in there. It's like, all right, and then got the Ice Palace big key. I'm like, well, I was gonna do Ice next. Now I can actually full clear it, so hopefully Ice has something. I was like, cool. Like, got green pendant, got half magic off. I'm like, all right. I just cleared 2 pendants for absolutely nothing. I feel terribly behind right now, so I need to hope. I'm like, I need to hope that I like the big key I actually find when I got the Turtle Rock big key, and all I need is Mire. I'm like, I need to hope that the big key I find next is Eastern Palace, and that it's sitting on pedestal right now. And I got the Mire.
I was starting to think ped by the end. I was like, oh god, please not ped.
Yeah, I was like looking, I'm just like, especially when all I had was pod big key chest. I'm just like, yeah, like chances are like there's actually a pretty good chance it actually is pedestal, because like I've got this big key, it might be book, and that's pretty much it. Like it's either got to be the big key to Mire, the big key to Eastern Palace, or the book. And if it's the big key to Eastern Palace, then it's like a 33% chance it's sitting on pedestal. It's like, I'll clear Eastern since I'm right here, and then totally. Not there, it's got to be on the pedestal, in which case I feel really good because I cleared the dungeons, other than the fact that I did Ice Palace with no Canis Moria, because that had to be inside of Mire, and I was going to
that was funny to find there at Mire's like, I can do a full clear of TR. Give me the Mire big here now, please. Nope.
Yeah. I was going to do dumb stuff, and as soon as I finished this, I'm like, oh yeah, I can do Mire Shed and Checkerboard. And I'm just like, I can go into Mire. And I've got plenty of keys to do everything. I'm just like, do I really want to go into Mire with no big key and no Smart? I'm just like, no, there's no way something important's in there right now. Yeah, unbeknownst to me, actually about that, everything important is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the big differences was greycorvid did go into Mire significantly earlier, which was a little bit interesting because you didn't have the big key or the cane, so it was, but I guess
Sorry, there were 6 checks. I was there. I was like, I'm just going to jive in. Might as well. Whatever, maybe I'll get lucky.
And I think
got somewhat lucky.
Even at the point you were there, the rest of the world was thinning out, I guess. So
yeah, it was.
It almost made sense that at least one was in there. But yeah, I think we were doing the same thing here, where it was like, what if the big key shows up? And it's a big key, it's just not for there, right? So
no, but it gave me a great excuse to go back up the mountain. It's like I can full do TR. I can do everything up there now. So, and I got the powder off Magic Bat. I just never went back. That last small key for pod.
Yeah, and that was something I wanted to ask, because when you got the mushroom, well, first you kind of like didn't want the mushroom, you mirrored away from it, and I better pick it up.
Like, okay, better grab that.
But
we both did that then.
No, it was SirLinkalot did that.
Oh.
SirLinkalot
never mind.
mirrored as soon as he saw the mushroom.
Well, that was it was a snap reaction, thinking like, yeah, Catfish doesn't have anything, and I just saw him throw it, and I see the mushroom, and I hit the button, and I'm like, never mind, I actually want that, because maybe something's here.
Yeah, we had fun over here just saying, well, it's a mushroom, to heck with that, and we're going.
I knew where magic powder was, so I didn't think to do a fake powder at that point.
Yeah, and that's what Chadra here said, being my spoil on that one for sure, in the right way, because I was like, save the mushroom, but when you know where it is, it's not a huge deal. You don't worry about saving, quitting, and spending the time to go back there.
No.
Just so you can scum it, but and in the end, it didn't really make that much of a difference anyway. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Alright, are we good to... Sorry. Yeah, any last words before I wrap up?
Oh, I just want to thanks for the restream. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you to our comms. Thank you to who was doing the tracking.
Lady Laura Linda.
Thank you very much, Lady Laura Linda, for the tracking. And yeah, it was fun. And game 2 tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. So.
Okay, yeah, there you have it. 4 p.m. multi-stream, or we'll see what we do.
We'll see.
Most likely it'll be a multi-stream because all the ZSR channels are full up during that time period, unless somebody does a rodeo restream or whatever we call it.
The jank restream.
Yeah. But yes, if that's all, anything from you, SirLinkalot, before we wrap up?
I mean, pretty much same thing. Thanks for the restream. Thanks for the commentary. Thanks for the tracking. I know, especially with the Challenge Cup, try to get as many of these in, especially as we're kind of getting down to the wire. We're best of 16, so it's appreciated. Everybody to take their time off, especially 11 o'clock in the evening, Eastern time.
Yeah.
So, appreciate the time when it's this late at night.
I got done working at 10, and I'm like, you know what, works out. Let's do it. So thanks for putting on a good show. It was fun.
It was an excellent race. It was close. It just came down to last decisions on the last 2 locations. So.
Yeah, you got to see a little of everything, right? We had one caneless ice, one ice with cane. We had different things done different ways, and yeah, if you've heard of it in Rando, we got to see it tonight. So yeah, good race.
All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I want to thank our racers. Thank you, greycorvid and SirLinkalot, for the awesome race. Thank you, Chadbert and Scoopula, for the commentary. And thank you, Lady Laura Linda, for the tracking. Coming up tomorrow on ZSR at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have the opening time randomizer random settings league grand finals game 3 between Marco and Zuros. That is the absolute last race of that tournament. We're going to decide the champion tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. At the same time, on ZSR 2, we have the Link to the Past All Dungeons Restricted Major Glitches monthly race. And at the same time, 3 p.m. Eastern, over on ZSR 3, we have the Skyward Sword Randomizer weekly race. And there's also, earlier than that, at 12 p.m. Eastern, but expected to go for quite a while, is the Majora's Mask Randomizer weekly race as well. So lots of content tomorrow on Saturday. Hope you all find something you want to watch. And with that, we're going to sign off here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful time and a fantastic rest of your night. Bye!